Hi and welcome to another episode of Cemetery Strolls. This one is just inside the church, and today we are visiting the St Stephen's City Church of Bristol. There may have been a church here as early as the 11th century. However, most of the building you see today was built around 1470. Until 1890s, the harbour became very close to the church, and the church tower was a visible landmark to seafarers approaching Bristol. Today, the 152-foot tower remains a local landmark, a reminder of God's presence in the place of wonder and peace in the heart of the city. Around the church are many memorials and tombs. The most prominent commemorates Sir George Sninge, 1544 to 1617, a lawyer, politician who sat in the House of Commons at various times between 1589 and 1605. Also of note is the memorial to Edward Blanket, a Member of Parliament for Bristol between 1362 and 1369, a clothier and a wool merchant. He died in 1371 and is buried alongside his second wife, Margaret. On the wall you can also find a memorial to Martin Ping, who died at the age of 46 in 1627. He was a navigator, explorer and merchant. The monument includes a painted mermaid and faun and a verse about his life. While some of the wealthy and influential members of St Stephen's have memorials, most people do not. Among those who are being buried here without a memorial are Arnquet and Killacho, two Inuit people who were taken captive and were among the first North Americans to come to Britain. They were buried here in 1577, within months of them arriving in England. Over the centuries, hundreds of thousands of ordinary people have been part of the church and have marked their milestones here with baptisms, weddings and funerals. The church continues to be a home to a community of Christians living out their faith in the heart of the city. As the harbour church, St Stephen's has deep connections with Bristol's maritime history. Many ships have left Bristol with a blessing from the church. This includes ships that carried enslaved Africans across the Atlantic. Our history also connects us with the abolitionists who worked to end the slave trade, including the Reverend Joshua Tucker. The Bristol Reconciliation Redos is part of our response to the complex legacy unveiled in 2011. This work, artist by Graham Mortimer Evelyn, emerged out of an engagement with the past and present of our church, our city and our communities. The left-hand panel reflects the images of God in humanity, with the chains reminding us how it is distorted by corruption and greed, which can lead people to do terrible things. And on the right-hand panel shows St Stephen stoned to death to become the first Christian martyr. Throughout the artwork, the gaze of each figure leads the eyes towards the Lamb of God at the centre of the image of Jesus in a stained glass window above them. That's just a bit of information on St Stephen's City Church. I couldn't find too much because I'd actually just been walking around Bristol City and just discovering beautiful places and everything, and I found this beautiful church which was open compared to the other four that wasn't. So enjoy, and thank you very much, Lee.